Hey, come on, girl.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What's up, Lady Gang? It's your girl Brooke, and am I saying wait? Come on, am I saying that the whole thing? Do you like? How did you say that again? You just started. I always start. You start.
So are we calling it all shit?
Oh shit! Oh, did you want to do what we really was talking about when we said that shit?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit! It's that time.
What time is it?
Yo, it's time for y'all to vibe with us.
It's your girl Brooke.
And your girl Kia here.
And we are gonna go ahead and give you guys some advice today. So we asked you guys to send some questions on Snapchat or anything that you may want advice on Snapchat. And also here we have our computers and our tablets
live on you now.
Yeah, we are live right now. So we're gonna also be getting some live questions and some live you know, stories or whatever they may need advice on and stuff.
Right.
So
cool.
Really not much else to say about that.
Not at all.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna start with Snapchat since we asked earlier. Let's see what's gonna be the first one. All right, love.shar on Snapchat said, I'm just getting out of a 5-year relationship. Me and my ex were supposed to get back together. Now he randomly hops in a relationship with another girl and literally cut me off. I'm taking this so hard. My heart is broken. You have any advice?
All right, so my advice is to not focus on that dude. And the reason why is because kind of similar to somebody else that I know. Somebody really tells you that they want to be with you, but then wants to be with somebody else instead, or they're with somebody else instead.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you should ever have to wait. Like, I feel like if a person is telling you that they want to be with you, then that person should show you that they want to be with you. You were never going to come second to anybody else. Yeah. So as far as like your heart being broken and stuff like that, I would just take the energy away from that and invest that into yourself. So if you're hurting and stuff like that from that relationship, if you feel pain, if you feel stressed from that relationship, I think you should take all that negative energy and find some way positive to better yourself.
Definitely, I completely agree with Kia because I mean, going through that situation personally, I would love to save you a lot of time and heartbreak telling you to move on now, because I did it the hard way where I kept going back and kept waiting for them to tell me what they were doing and waiting for them to choose when honestly they were choosing with their actions. So don't wait for him to tell you what you want to hear or to tell you stay or to tell you go, but pay attention to his actions. So if he is not doing what he needs to do to be with you and not making that very clear, I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but please take it from me. Move on. Try your best to move on. It's going to save you so much more heartbreak, because the more you keep going back and the more you keep opening that wound, the worse it's going to go and the harder it's going to be to dig yourself out of that hole. So yeah, Key is completely right about that. All right, so the Joyce on Snapchat said, bruh, I've been waiting for this for so long. LMAO, I need some advice. And then they said, if you get to see this, I want to know if something is real, no matter how long it has been, is it possible to come back?
Yes and no. Just because you feel something and it feels real doesn't mean that that's what you should be in. Mm-hmm. I say that because there's been relationships that I've seen people be in and that person is, you know, good for them or whatever, but I feel like it was just good for them at that time. And like the chemistry is one thing. Like I feel like you have chemistry with people, but maybe that chemistry should be better off as a friendship versus a relationship. So over time, I think it depends. It depends on the person. Because with my girlfriend right now, we were going through stuff back and forth. We broke up and I had to wait to see if that was going to come back or not. And it just so happened that it did. Now, with other people that I was involved with, that developed more into a friendship than anything else. And I got to respect that.
That doesn't mean it wasn't real.
Yeah, that chemistry, everything that we felt was real, but it's just better off as something else. So, I mean, you can't, just because you love somebody so much and you love them and it's real, doesn't mean that when it does come back, that it's meant to be a relationship.
Right. Respect whatever it comes back as.
Yeah, it can be anything. And that's what the universe, that's what God, that's what they're trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? This person should be in your life, but maybe you need it for something else. Maybe you need that person for something else. And that's what I believe in. So that's my advice on that.
Definitely don't force whatever it's coming back as. Accept it for what it is, because I honestly believe that there are no mistakes. Everything that happens is how it's supposed to happen. And sometimes, like, I have a problem with when things happen, I literally will keep trying to push things to happen my way, and I feel like God or the universe is trying to tell me, no bitch, this is how it's supposed to be. And then they're like, okay, I'm gonna put you to the test. Now what you gonna do? Did you learn your lesson? And then I'll try to do it my way again, how I know it's not how it's supposed to go, but literally it's what I want. So I'll try to do it again, and then the universe does some shit and it's like, no bitch, because I tried to tell you, so I'm gonna do it again.
Listen, Linda,
right,
listen.
Right. And I will keep on fucking doing the same thing until I sit down and say, okay, I'll surrender.
Like, how many times you want to run into a brick wall until you eventually find a way to climb over it?
Yeah.
That's all I see.
Yeah. This one, we're going to do one more after this, and then we're going to come over here for a second. So the next one says from Brianna Jot. I'm a name's gonna be there.
Brianna.
Yeah, right. How do I go about talking to a girl that could be straight? It's so hard spotting femmes, and like, what are some characteristics of a femme? Okay, there is no characteristics of a femme at all whatsoever. Go ahead, Key.
Bro, I don't even know where to start with this. Like, to be honest, I told people this on You Now. Like, I never really like approached females because I hated to be like rejected. So I'm like, well, for me personally, the woman that I wanted would have to come speak to me anyways. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be a bitch, but I'm like, you gotta understand, like, studs, like, you go to the wrong chick, like, then now they feel uncomfortable. So, like, yeah, so for me, I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna search for love either. So the woman that I want to be with is gonna eventually say something to me. So
I mean,
that's how I went through my life. Now, I'm not saying that that's what y'all should do or nothing like that.
You want them to come to you? No,
I mean, that's when I got older. I mean, when I was younger, when I was younger, I had girls out the ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just came, like, I was a freshman in high school, the varsity seniors wanted to talk to me, then, like, the next girl came, the next girl came, etc., etc. I wasn't a player, but it was just like, if I was single, like, somebody wanted to talk to me. So that was never really a problem. And then I moved for college, and I'm in this new fucking city. I don't know how to meet people, so everybody that I met was online. But obviously, everybody feels comfortable online talking to people, getting introduced, and that's easier way for you to find out who's gay and who isn't, versus being in the mall and finding somebody attractive and you want to go speak to them. Eventually, I just started telling people that they're attractive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
That's a good start.
That's
really
it. I was like, you know what? You're beautiful. That's it. I'm not trying to talk to you or anything, but if you're gay, you're like, you know what? Thank you. So are you, or some shit like that.
Right.
Or you can take my number, bitch. But that way, that person doesn't feel offended. You just like, they'll just take that compliment. And I feel like nowadays, anybody, gay or straight, they'll appreciate you telling them that they're attractive.
And if they don't, fuck them. Simple as that.
Fuck them.
For real. I mean, okay, let's see. You said, how do I go about talking to a girl that could be straight? So, I mean, yeah, like he has said, I mean, it all starts with, you say something, if you say something so general that someone, if they're gay, they're gonna take it a certain way, and if they're straight, they're gonna look at it like regular, I mean, then, you know, that's a really good start for real. Like, I personally, okay, me being a femme, I usually start, a femme trying to talk to another femme, I will literally tell a girl she's pretty, just like you said. But I'll be like, oh my God, you are so pretty. And if she just says thank you, whatever, I'll just be like, you know, you're welcome. And then, I don't know, I'm risky though, I will flirt.
I know.
Like, I'll stare at you a little bit longer than I should have, like about one or two times or one time, and then if I'm walking away, I'll look back, and if you're still looking at me, then probably on my way walking forward, I'm gonna be like, I should go back, and then I'll end up walking past you again. Like, I will go through all of that shit.
But to me, it's harder for a stud, not even harder, it's just like more uncomfortable for a stud to do it, because if you're really not gay,
you
and now you got like a tomboyish person, keeps like fucking staring at you and stuff, like you're either gonna be flattered or you're gonna be like, oh my god, like this gay girl just keeps fucking staring at me, like what the fuck, like. So I mean, films you can get away with it because you can do that and then they still not think that you actually gay. Like,
see, when I see a cute stud though, I will flirt. Like
that's the point.
But yeah, I know. I saw you.
Exactly, bro.
So I don't know if you're a femme and the other person's a femme. We're gonna have to take a shot.
Studs are just doomed, okay? Unless you're okay with getting rejected, like my homeboy is. But I don't like being rejected, so.
But yeah, there's no characteristics of a femme love. Like that, the femme is just a title. Like that means absolutely nothing. Okay, someone said please don't. They said don't say their name. Okay, so I have this ex and I still have feelings for him, but he sees us as just being friends, and he talks to me about girls he's been with and girls he likes, and it just kills me inside. Oh man, I know he's not for me, but my feelings for him is so deep. I don't want to mess up our friendship, but I don't know what to do. Damn.
This is like friend zone.
I've been through that shit,
right? So he's already friend zoned you.
Yep.
I wouldn't even go past that level. What I would do is probably distance myself away from him.
Until you get over it.
Yeah, until you get over it. And it may be that you don't ever get over it, and like that's just somebody that you gotta let go of.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, whatever you like in him, I think you should use that when you find another guy.
Yeah.
And help that, like, okay, you know what? This is kind of what I want out of a man. And I think that's what his purpose is, just to show you what you want. But if he's obviously not, you know, interested in you like that, I wouldn't try to pursue it, because then you may lose a good friend.
That's gonna fuck you up even more, because not only are you gonna be in love with this person, but now you're gonna lose them in that sense. Well, you don't have them in that sense, but you still gonna feel like you lost them in that sense, and then you're gonna lose them as a friend.
Right.
So I'm telling you, as someone who went through that predicament as well, leave that shit the fuck alone. Value your friendship. If you can't deal with the friendship, distance yourself a little bit until you can get over that shit. Like, because there's no way that you're gonna be able to do this if you got feelings for this person. You're gonna have to shut that down. I know it's hard, but you have to. Right. Or you're gonna lose it all together and you're gonna feel worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, leave that alone. All right, let's look over here. Okay, guys, what do you have to say? Go ahead, drop it real quick. We're going to answer one more thing. Go ahead and drop it. Or matter of fact, go ahead and drop it now. Question or advice.
Now, you know, all 130 of these people about to drop a whole bunch of shit at the same time.
You guys going to have to drop it again, probably.
After y'all drop, y'all can't write anything else, so we can go back up and read it.
But why are you so fine? How can you get out the friend zone? Any tips? By the way, I love your videos. Thank you, Lana. All right, so Alana Duverge on you now said, how can you get out the friend zone, and do we have any tips?
All right, well, I think it depends on the situation. In that sense, I take risks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really good at hiding my emotions, and I don't like not being honest with myself and other people. So unless I've gotten clear signs that this person is not interested in me, I'll probably throw that ball out and just be like, I'll make a move on that person a little bit just to see what happens. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not trying to disrespect you, I don't want to ruin our friendship, but I have to tell you, like, this is how I'm feeling.
Flirt.
Yeah.
Shit.
See what's going on. Like, and obviously if he doesn't reciprocate, like, if he or she doesn't take that in the way that you expected it to, then that's obviously your answer.
Pay attention to the signs though.
I also feel like people don't take hints well either. Like, if they're friends and they're stuck in this friend mindset, and you like kind of send a hint, they might not know that you're actually trying to send that hint. So
I feel like you gotta get riskier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll risk
it. And I'll be like, look, hey, I'll just tell you straight up. That's just how I am. I'll just tell you straight up, like, hey, I think you're cute in a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't feel that way, that's cool. We don't gotta cross that boundary or whatever. But I think you should let it be known. I think you should tell the person and let it be known that you're not trying to force this if that's not what they're interested in.
Right. Because you don't want to keep dropping hints so much to the fact that it makes them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, wait, what? And then they confused and stuff. Because, yeah, some people don't pick up hints good at all. So, yeah, I mean, if the whole flirting thing and all that stuff doesn't work, don't overdo it, though. But if it doesn't work, girl, just go ahead and just say it. Just say it and let them know, listen, if you're not with it, cool. We can act like this never happened. And, you know, see what they say. All right.
The next thing that I saw was, should I wait for a boy that's doing 1 year in jail?
Ooh.
I would need to know more about that. Like,
how long have y'all known each other?
How long have y'all known each other? How long y'all been together? Like, what the fuck did he get locked up for?
Yeah.
Like,
girl.
that is my sister was dating somebody for years, and he ended up getting locked up because he didn't snitch on somebody. But he ends up having to do 10 years because he didn't snitch. Over time, he started changing, but that's 10 years compared to 1. But he started changing, and they just grew apart, and it just didn't work out. She couldn't do no more. But I mean, I think that would depend on what the fuck is actually going on with you, man.
Definitely. How do you deal with long distance relationships?
See, I actually did long distance relationships for a very long time.
Me too.
Like, I did physical relationships, but then I also had long distance relationships, and like all my more successful relationships were long distance. But I also knew that it was because there was nobody for me where I was at. Like, nobody whatsoever. But I was young at the time, so obviously I couldn't travel if I wanted to. I don't see anything wrong with it, but when I got out of high school, I knew that I liked affection too much that I could not do a long distance relationship. Like, I had to be with somebody. Like, I had to sleep with you. I had to see you a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I wanted. Yeah. So at that point in time, I stopped long distance relationships, period, because I couldn't handle it. And like, I've been through so much shit before that I was just tired of having to wait and like all this other stuff. So, I mean, shit. You deal with it until you can't deal with it no more. And or it depends on how old you are, because it doesn't have to be a long distance relationship if you've known each other for a while and you can make that move. But it just depends on finances, your age, and all of that. But it's definitely possible.
Oh yeah, I think some of the like she said, some of the strongest relationships are long distance because that connection is solely built off of who you are, who I am, the communication that we have. You know what I'm saying? Genuinely getting to know each other, because you can't be misconstrued by being able to touch this person and kiss this person and see this person. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times those relationships are so strong. So yeah, how do you deal with it? You guys both have to have that communication, that trust, and the strength to be able to deal with it. And then, you know, I don't know, if you're not of age, then you gotta have the patience. And if you are of age, then you gotta get your shit together so that, I mean, if it's not together, you gotta get your shit together so that y'all can see each other at least occasionally or whatever the fuck. But
my main advice is do not get catfished.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? It's 2016. Going on 2017.
What the fuck?
Do not get catfished.
What the fuck wrong with you?
My other thing is to the other half of that, just be mindful that it is a very strong connection over the phone and over the internet and like voices and like facial expressions. But it is also so different to see that person in person. Yeah. So when you do finally meet, you have to think about that. That maybe some of the things that you didn't know about that person may actually be present. Yep. The characteristics or just little things that they do, or like
understand it's probably gonna be more.
It's more to it sometimes.
They breath nice thing. Oh, maybe this is not a good joke. Then never mind. I ain't gonna make that joke. I ain't making that joke, man.
I'll say it for you. Their breath might stink.
And you ain't know because y'all was on the phone all the time. Don't you get no ideas. Look, don't you get no ideas. But you know, it's just little things. Shit, I don't know. They might fart a lot. And you ain't really peeped that before, like, and you know, you just gotta be prepared for the things that you don't know and be able to accept those things as well. You know what I'm saying? It might not be super duper perfect. Let's see. How do you trust someone new after being cheated on and lied to before? Lord, that is so hard.
You gotta treat them. You gotta learn from your past relationship, but you have to treat every new person as a new person.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Period.
Don't trust these hoes. Okay.
See, I don't agree with that.
I'm just fucking kidding.
Because if you treat somebody new with the same baggage from your same relationship, your last relationship, that's not gonna help that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like I was saying earlier. Like, me being the person that I never really hurt anybody, but I kept getting hurt. I'm a good person. I think I'm a good person. You feel me? You don't lie to me, cause your ass is living with me. But
no, you really are.
But I'm a good person, but I kept getting hurt. So if I meet a new person and I'm literally trying to like just help you get, you know, get through it, whatever, and trying to love you the way that you should be loved, but you keep treating me like the last nigga, I'm gonna bounce. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get tired because I'm like, I've done nothing to make you insecure. I've done nothing to make you feel some type of, you know, make you feel some type of way. So I feel like you should treat every person new until like something happens. You know what I'm saying? Always be on your guard.
That's hard though.
I know. Always be on your guard and tell the person, you know what, I've been hurt so many times, like, you know what I'm saying, I have a guard. But don't let that fully affect that person trying to help you progress in life. Eventually you're gonna be like, you know what, this is kind of iffy about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck don't you call me after midnight if you could text me at 2 a.m. type of shit. Like, small things, just pay attention. Be very aware of what the fuck is going on. But again, don't automatically limit that person's success.
If they're treating you amazing, here's the thing too, because I've again been through that situation, and but then dealing with someone who treats you amazing after that, like, of course you might be a little skeptical, you might be a little bit like but really appreciate the fact, like, if this person's really treating you amazing and not giving you any reason to think that they're doing anything, that's not fair. That's not fair to put that bad, you know what I'm saying, bad shit to the other person, that bad juju on the beat, that bad juju on them. It's not fair. So just, you know, engulf yourself into that. Keep your guard up a little bit, you know, keep in mind, you know, don't be too gullible. But fuck, if somebody's treating you good, let them treat you good. And when they give you something, like she said, to worry about, then hold up.
How do you deal with a breakup of 3 years? So, based on my girlfriend's experience, she was in a relationship with somebody for 6 years before we actually started talking. And off the bat, that person isn't gonna be easy to let go of, but regardless of the situation, you cannot move on to a new relationship if you're still trying to make that relationship into a friendship or whatever. But you have to remove yourself from that relationship, get space from that relationship, figure out what the fuck you wanna do, and then move on from there. Or circle back, depending on. But everybody, especially after a long relationship, however long that is, everybody needs space from an ex, no communication, not seeing each other, nothing, and really get your mind straight. Because that person may end up eliminating themselves from your life based off of their actions, how they're treating you, things that they're saying. And then once you get that space, you can start to notice things that you didn't notice before. So either things that you may like and really appreciate and don't want to lose from that person, or things that actually turn you off that you never really noticed because you were so infatuated or in love with that person.
Love is literally blind. Like, when you really love someone, it's so hard to see them for what they really are sometimes. So yeah, you really do need that space so that you can honestly analyze the situation and decide how you're feeling, how they really are, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just go based off of what you feeling in that moment, because you could just feel, you know what I'm saying, like, so, like she said, infatuated with someone, and that you can't really see everything for what it really is. And there's so many times that you get out of a situation and you look at it and you like, what the fuck? Yeah, you like, damn, what the hell, why was I still here? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
space is so important. No matter what anybody says, space is the most important thing when anybody breaks up with you, or y'all break up.
Someone said, I was in a relationship and he told me to choose him or my best friend of 8+ years. So I told him I wasn't going to stop fucking with my best friend. Then my best friend turns around and gets in a relationship and basically stopped fucking with me because she, I guess, didn't like our relationship. Oh wow. Shouldn't I have the right to be upset?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that shit was fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that is fucked up, but at the, okay, for one, a new person, a new relationship should understand and at least trust you enough to, like, they shouldn't ask you to get rid of your friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's a good thing. Unless it's actually a really bad friend for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or like if you and your friend might, I mean, not even, like, I'm not going to say might have something, but if something went on while you were in this relationship with your friend, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about, like, if the person, like if the guy or the person that you're trying to date is just like, you know what, I think you should stop fucking with this girl or your friend because of this. Like, she's doing this to you, she's manipulating you, she's using you, she's da 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 da. Like, she flippy choose. Unless there's like good reason behind them telling you that versus, oh, I'm just insecure around her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if they're trying to help you get rid of somebody that's really poisonous to your life, then I don't think you should, you know, remove that person. With that being said, I don't think you should ever feel bad that you chose to keep a friendship instead of a relationship.
And they didn't choose.
Yeah, but I think if she decided to go back to that person and be like, you know what, you were right, she screwed me over, or he screwed me over, whatever, da 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 da, if you still want to make it work, we can. But if he doesn't, it's just like, all right, well, move the fuck on. Like, I don't think you should ever... People in your life, I believe, for a reason, a season, or just for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So... with that being said, that person's either teaching you something or telling you something, and my camera's about to motherfucking die.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
Alright, let's do one more then and wrap it up, yeah?
Yeah, but yeah, just, yeah, you feel me, bro.
Last one. There is that girl that I've been talking to, and we had a huge fight, and we both have pride, and we both don't want to talk first. What should I do? Talk first.
Yep.
You know that you both have issues. Somebody's got to be the bigger person, and then when you do speak, when you do become that bigger person and you do that, now you have the next conversation I want you to have with that person is the fact that you both have to stop being so prideful and start, because when you're both not being prideful, both letting your guard down, both being, you know what I'm saying?
Nothing's getting accomplished.
Nothing, you know what I'm, but like when y'all both being prideful and all that stuff, nothing's gonna get accomplished. But when you guys both let that down and both do that, what do you have to lose? Both of y'all did it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have nothing but open space for communication. So, but they gotta work with you. So right now, be the bigger person. It's okay. Be the bigger person. There's a lot of times that I wish I should have been a bigger person in situations.
Yeah,
and I didn't.
somebody gotta be, bro.
Yeah, so just do it. Do it, and now next have that conversation. You should be all right. But yeah, guys,
we tried it. This is our first time doing this show for y'all, so yeah, we gotta make sure we charge all of our equipment.
Right. We got space. But I hope you guys really enjoyed vibing with us and talking to us, asking us questions and stuff. So go ahead down below if you have anything that you need some. Hey. If you got anything where you need some advice or you got some questions or anything, go ahead and drop it down below. Drop it down below. Follow me.
Real Life Kia on everything. Freshie Official on Snapchat, but yeah, Real Life Kia on YouNow, Instagram, and Twitter.
_Love Brooke on basically almost everything kind of. My channel is Love Brooke. Love Brooklyn with 2 N's on Snapchat. _Love Brooke on Instagram. We love you guys and we hope that you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and
deuces.
Yeah, we'll see you next time with the gang.